of the coveted Lord Lonsdale's challenge belt. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the number one, the special one, Kell. So sports fans and Sky Sports fans, here we go. 10 rounds of boxing in the welterweight division.
Well, as you know, I expect from you both, obey the instructions at all times. Take a break, you both break clean, defend yourselves at all times, and best luck to you both. Touch gloves, lads.
Well, scheduled for 10. Given the way the Mexican Alvaro Robles tends to fight, that'll be a bit of a surprise if we hear the final bell for this one. It's all or nothing for him, and we talked about Kell Brook and his shot at the IBF world title. He's also got a top 10 ranking with the WBO and the WBC as well, and all of that could go up in smoke if Alvaro Robles detonates on him. So Brook is going to have to be careful here, because potentially this could be a massive night for the Mexican.
Yeah, I think concentration is so important for Brook tonight. The guy can obviously punch, and punchers can punch at any level, so you don't want to be giving him a free shot. So he's doing the right thing here, trying to claim the centre of the ring, have a look at the guy, see what kind of arsenal, and then hopefully start to defuse him. But the guy obviously is dangerous. I don't expect him to be in the same class as Brook. So probably Brook will feel the power once or twice on his arms of the punches. Just block a few, just get a feeling for how hard he does it. Well, he's letting some of the tasty looking punches go there, Robles.
Yeah, likes the left hook, doesn't he? But, Brook is picking off some nice jabs here early. Just taking his time, as you say, with this fella.
Yeah, and the Mexican is not wild either.
No, he's not.
He's taking his time, trying to get his way close, and a couple of body shots there. Well, at least at this stage he looks competent, so this could be interesting.
Well, nice from Brook. Long right hand getting through. That jab is looking very good already from Kell Brook. Well, you only have to hear that for these welterweight champion, I mean, a Mexican welterweight champion, it's almost by definition he's going to have a skill set.
That's how a jab should be used, though, by Brook. That was a weapon. That was bang, you know, stopped him in his tracks.
And the low one sneaked in there. But again, attacking the body.
Just frustrating Robles with a little half step back. Terrific reflexes, Brook always has had.
They'll get a nice right to the body there as well and got out of range. And again, staying with the body shots here, Robles, but yeah, just very close to the border. You can already see the big problem for him is he's an awful lot of Brook jabs. Right cross following up that time as well. Just can't block a jab, can he? There. He hasn't blocked many.
Turning on the class now, Brook. I mean, that jab can be a sickener.
Nice work again, right on the bell from Brook. Robles looked to try and come back with something, but was a bit wild and inaccurate, and has taken an awful lot of jabs in that first round. And that's after Kell Brook has dealt with Alvaro Robles, which deal with him he will if that first round was anything to go by.
Yeah, good, sharp, accurate punching from Brook in the opener. Perfect start.
But always the guard against complacency. Robles can bang. He obviously likes body shots, and he obviously likes hooks.
Robles is going to have to take more chances. You know, he's trying to box his way in up close, but he can't get past the jab. So he's just going to have to take more chances. You know, throw caution to the wind a little bit more. I'm sure he'll tumble that as this one goes on. He's trying to do it properly at the moment, although he's getting the body shots off. I mean, they're not dangerously low. It's okay. They're maybe landing it on the hip area and so forth.
And John Latham doesn't need to speak Spanish to get his point across there. That was pretty obvious. Do that again, you're losing a point.
You can see when Robles gets close, he can let some decent hooks go, short hooks with either hand. But Brook just not allowing it. A little bit clumsy with his right hand there, stretching with it, leaving himself off balance and open. Left hook back.
Brook trying to land the left hook counter. Robles has just slipped inside. Continuing to work downstairs, Robles. But he just can't block the shot, can he, really? He is open.
Yeah, a couple of rounds of those and that would knock the ambition out of the fellow. These are sickening punches. He can't do anything about them. Can't block them, can't slip them.
And he likes to come forward as well, Robles, so if Brook gets him backed up, Sheffield now will have him exactly where he wants him. That was nice. Put an uppercut in there in the middle of it as well, Brook. Classy work. And I'm not sure that Robles has been in with somebody quite as skillful and quite as sharp as Kell Brook.
And while he was throwing that combination, didn't take his eyes off Robles, just in case something was coming back. He switched on tonight, Brook.
All got caught with the left hook there, though. Robles just giving him a reminder. You can hear it from here, Jim, that there's real weight in these punches from Brook.
Yeah, he's imposing himself on Robles. I mean, if Robles is the puncher you think he is, then get him on the back.
Right on the bell.
Back in your stomach, yeah? So just nice and relaxed with him, nice and relaxed, and ping, bang, fast, got to do, and then step back.
Dominic Ingle with the instructions.
Yeah, he was just mentioning that, just a balance thing. He was mentioning to Brook that he was kind of reaching in with the punch and losing, been off balance slightly. And apart from that, everything's been perfect, and that was the uppercut. That's the confidence coming through now in his boxing.
Round 3.
Yeah, just a little sprinkle of uppercuts in there as well. Brook showing good variety, and a little bit too much now for Robles, who got tagged by a couple of right hands right on the bell and went back to his corner with a smile as if to say, yeah, got a bit sloppy there. Let's see if I can come out and do something in the third round. Well, he's certainly starting this round with some intent here, Robles. Nice left hook to the body there from the Mexican as well, but
yeah, he started with the right hand to the chin that landed. So, I mean, he's got to be more adventurous, he's got to be prepared to miss. That's terrific from Brook. That'll change Robles' mind. I don't know what he had planned, but that would change his mind. Terrific.
It's all flowing off this jab for Brook. Switching that lead to the body there. When that jab's working, it opens up all sorts of opportunities for him. And once again, picking holes throughout this fellow's defences. And Robles is slowing, Jim.
Yeah, and he's not able to set himself for the punch. So whatever power he does have, then he's not getting a chance to use it. He's all been knocked off balance by the jab. The split second it takes to set yourself up to throw a solid punch. Brook's denying him of that. Just keeping him off balance, knocked back onto his heels, but just with punches like that, terrific.
There's a bit of countering there from Robles. Again, it was another body shot that was very borderline. Brook just keeping the pressure on. No evidence yet that the Mexican can hurt Brook, but a right hand getting through there. Brook took it well.
Yeah, that's the one he started the round with, but just can't repeat it. Just a stumble.
That's right to the body from Robles. But Brook just outworking him. Brook's punches really have some dig behind them.
Brook is doing a job on Robles, and the couple of times Robles has landed cleanly, his power hasn't troubled Brook. A good body shot there, he's picking lovely punches here, Brook.
Well, that was always the small question mark we had about this one. Robles with that big knockout percentage. What would happen if Brook got tagged cleanly? Well, he's landed plenty, Robles, but just look at the pacing he's taken at the end of the round again. He's really feeling this, Robles. John Latham, the referee, just checks the tape on the gloves. And this is why he's feeling it.
Yeah, Brook's doing a job on him. You know, taking virtually nothing in return. Just a difference in class. And the couple of times that Robles has got through with the big right hand, hasn't shaken Brook.
Nice counter from Brook. A bit wild there from Robles. Gets another right hand in early, Robles. Again, to no effect.
Robles knows what he wants to do. He knows he has to throw punches, you know, in 3s and 4s. But just as he sets himself, the jab comes, knocks him onto his heels, and just prevents him from setting anything up. That's beautiful stuff there.
Beautiful left-hander finish there, really was. Class from Kell Brook. There was some talk when this fella was signed that he was a 6-footer, which might have made life interesting for Brook. And then when we saw him at the weigh-in yesterday, 5'6". Maybe that's where the 6 came from. And John Latham was a bit concerned about those gloves between rounds. A bit of tape has come loose. 6'25" he was billed as, Robles. Well, 25 was 35, which meant he turned pro very late in the day. 30 years old, that's unusual.
Yeah, certainly unusual for Mexicans.
Tries to lead with a double jab there, Robles.
I mean, you wonder what you could suggest if you're Robles' corner. I mean, all I could suggest is that he tightens his defences up and tries to march forward, you know, blocking the punches. He's not quick enough to slip them. You know, get
nice
close. Yeah, that
nice
was better.
To the body again, Robles.
Yeah, get close before you throw the punches. If he tries to throw them on the way in, the jab, he's taking it away from him. So I would tighten the defences up, get that chin, get the forehead down, and see if you can just get a little bit closer. But really, you know, he's facing someone who's at a totally higher level.
I think this might be problems. Yeah. Well, there we go. Well, he warned he was going to do it, John Latham. And there's been some that have been just straying around the danger area. So a point off. So the task gets that bit harder for Alvaro Robles.
That's a terrific jab.
Oh, he can just box his ears off with that. But again, Robles showing some ambition. Catching Brook with a combination.
See, Robles needs something to happen to give him a little bit of confidence, and just little bursts like that, maybe just keep him on in there. He's getting close. That's what I feel he has to do. Tighten his defences, get his feet a little bit closer, and then try and let the punches go. But that is tremendous stuff.
It really is, just ripping through here. Again, Brook finishing the round so... A very weary looking Mexican, and Brook seems to save his best work for the last 20 seconds or so. There's the low one that John Latham quite rightly spotted, and then the big onslaught right at the end of the round.
Yeah, that's once again, he shows his class.
Round 5.
Just different class to Robles.
Be interesting to see what would happen if Brook could start a round the way he's finishing them, because he's giving Robles obviously a chance to recover. If he can start ripping in some of those shots earlier in the round, how much of that could Robles take? Remember, he has been stopped a couple of times.
I think Brook just waits for the chances to present themselves. I don't think he goes looking for the knockout. I mean, he's natural power. So if he shakes this fellow up, he'll move in for the finish. But I don't know that he'll go looking. But I mean, the damage has been done by that jab. Really, that really is a weapon.
Got staggered there again, Robles. Brook able to, as you say, pick his spots. Robles doing a nice job of just weaving and moving inside there, but back come the jabs again.
I mean, this is so one-sided. You would think that maybe the corner would send Robles out. Give it everything. This is your last round. Just see if you can turn things around. But the Mexicans are not famous for that. And they're brought up in a tough school. I imagine he'll be there as long as he can be.
Yeah, I haven't bothered to look at your cards, Jim, I have to be honest. Although Robles has had some success in every round, but he's just been outworked and out-hustled, and once again, there are signs here in this 5th round that Brook is starting to grind him down.
Yeah, you're actually, at times wishing he would put punches together and just get Robles out of there. This is painful for Robles. He just can't get himself into this. He's brave, he's determined, he's giving it his best shot. But no, he's out of his depth.
Brook's hardly breathing. It's so comfortable for him in there. His conditioning has vastly improved since that scare in the first Carson Jones fight. He got that message. And just continuing just to pick his man off. And Robles just slowing down.
Yeah, and as he slows down, the impact of the punches is becoming greater. Now, I'm hoping his corner can pull him out of there. It's getting close to when the referee can step in.
Oh, good response there from Robles. And again. And Brook took 4 or 5 good shots there.
Well, if his corner well thinking about pulling him out, as I don't expect that would change their mind. That was a terrific response from Robles.
It really was, considering what had just happened the 30 seconds or so before. But he's still walking very, very wearily back to his corner. But there is still some resistance there.
Oye, lo estás dejando.
Well, that was eye-catching stuff.
Haciendo lo que él quiere. Le pegaste y te le quedaste viendo. Prohibido hacer eso, güey. Ya estás a punto de hacer historia tú con tu esposa. No, vamos a atacarlo.
Cabrón, sintió los madrazos.
I mean, when he gets close, he can do some effective work, but his problem is he just can't get close. He can't get past the jab. The couple of times he has managed it, he's got some good body shots off, and that was some terrific head shots he got off there. But just trying to get past the jab and the long straight right hand that Brook's throwing. Brook's work is so precise, and then when we see it on replay, it wasn't quite as dramatic as we saw, in real time. And Brook wasn't troubled by it.
Yeah, again, Brook's reflexes just deflecting some of that, neutralising some of the power. Again, getting tagged.
Well, in Brook's earlier career, there were question marks over his stamina. think the first Carson Jones fight was a little wake-up call for him to make sure he's in the best possible shape. But we're into the second half of the fight here, and this fellow doesn't look quitting. So maybe a bit of a test for him in the second half here.
Marks up under the right eye here, Robles. Double jab comes in, but so willing, isn't he, Robles? But boy, does he soak up some punishment. But this is a fellow that's been put on the floor more than once in his career, and Brooks so far unable to do that. But you can just see in his body language, he's just boxing so comfortably within himself, the Yorkshireman.
Yeah, but I think if the chance presents itself, he'll go for the finish. If not, he'll continue doing what he's doing, and it's fine. And Robles is keeping it entertaining. He's still giving it a real go. He's looking at arm punches from Robles. See, he's not been allowed to set himself to get any power.
A bit of blood around the bottom lip of Kell Brook.
Stop boxing, stop boxing.
After the disappointments of the Sean Alexander postponement trilogy, Brook was in a pretty bad place for a while. Devon Alexander, excuse me. Sean Porter, of course, the man who beat Devon Alexander. So after that disappointment, he was in a dark place for a while there, but he's pulled himself out of it. And knows that the opportunity will finally come. The uppercut's coming in, but once again the response from Robles is impressive, and you have to admire the Mexican's grit.
I thought Robles may have been a puncher, but vulnerable himself, with the two stoppages. I mean, these are terrific punches he's taken. Nothing wrong with his chin, that's for sure.
Once again, spirited response from Robles. Brook seemingly completely unruffled by those punches that land. And you can't say that the other way around.
Brook is looking terrific in this one. Terrific.
But against an opponent who is tailor-made for him, it would seem. Brave, willing, coming forward. Not a lot of head movement. Even less now.
That's the jab. Every time Robles thinks about doing something, it's the jab in his face. And the uppercuts. And then the punches he is managing to get home on target. Brook's taken them, he's never been troubled by the power. And never in a position to take the follow-up shot. Brook is really boxing well.
Straight shots, you've got to pin, step in. Yeah, step in with it.
Hardly breathing. It's been too easy for Kell Brook, this. Through the first 6. Just a 10-rounder. I think I said when this one started, Jim, it would be a surprise if we hear the final bell. Well, Robles showing no signs of disappearing yet. But equally, you feel that Brook is just jogging through this.
Yeah, you feel if Brook had to do more, he's more than capable of that. So, I mean, he's just pushing over. I don't mean that Brook could stop this fella if he wanted, but I don't think he's too bothered about it. I think if this goes to 10 rounds, the way it's been going here with him fully in charge, I think he'd be quite happy with that. But there, he hurt him there.
He's unloading now. He's stepping it up a little bit here, Brook. Well, he said he's got a killer streak in him, that he does go for a finish, and some of these right hands coming off the jab are hurting Robles.
Yeah, he saw his chance there and he went for it.
Robles gamely working the body, but not only can he not stop these right hands, another big one zings in as well, and John Latham's having a really close look at this one, and Robles again finds a response just to save the stoppage. I think he was seconds away from the referee's intervention there, but Brook has obviously decided, I've had enough of this, get rid of this fella, and Robles, to his great credit, not wanting to go anywhere.
I think it's clinical is a word that springs to mind, isn't it? You know, he's just really focused on what he's doing. This is terrific.
Yeah, he's just battering him around. And I think there is now a definite argument for John Latham to get in here and stop this, because he's in serious trouble here, Robles. Still fighting back though. But look at this.
No, the time is now, Nick. Get him out of there. It showed in his legs there. His legs just, it looked as though he was about to crumble. We don't want to see him hurt here. I don't think he has anything left.
No, he really doesn't. Tagged again by right hand. Bull backwards once again. Brook is all over him. Last few seconds of the round, and again, though, he finds a response. Down inside 30. Can he survive here?
Well, you know, the referee had an excuse to stop it. I would have taken it. I would take it here as well. Just because the guy's able to take this kind of punishment doesn't mean he should be subjected to it. This is really painful. This is too one-sided.
Somehow, Alvaro Robles survived a torrid round there. And you have to admire his courage. Well, I was watching John Latham closely. He was hovering. And everybody's very quick to moan when there's a premature stoppage, as they see it. John Latham gave him every opportunity, and to be fair to Robles, he was always trying to find a response. Look at that, still coming back there.
Yeah, but that's why they're fighters. They're too brave for their own good. I mean, it's been so one-sided for the last few rounds, particularly. I mean, I would have been looking for an excuse to step in. You know he's tough, you know he has Mexican pride, you know all of these things, but one of these shots here, you actually saw the impact all the way down to his boots. That was it there. You didn't get a good look at his legs there because of the referee. But no, I mean, this is just target practice. These are painful, full-blooded punches without any real response. And this guy is still in there.
Well, I think if Brook starts this round the way he finished the last round, surely Robles cannot get through this eighth. Two more after this. A couple of morale sapping jabs to open up. The water just flying off the torso and the head of Robles, who staggered once again and backed up on unsteady legs. I think this crowd is in your corner on this one, Jim. I think there's a lot of people thinking this one needs to get stopped.
He's walking right onto the punches now, Robles. There's no real life, no spring in his legs, you know, there's no real life in his boxing. It's been knocked out of them by that last round.
There's some damage around the eye as well, I think, now for the Mexican.
I mean, for a man that's been on the floor as often as Robles has stopped a couple of times, he has a tremendous chin. He's really taken some huge punches. You know, look at the kind of exhausted look, you know, when he's taking these punches.
They've both sustained some damage, Jim. I saw the Mexicans cut, but Brook's got some damage around that left eye as well. Good body shot. Robles argues that it was low. I think he's got a point.
Amazing show of courage and toughness from Robles.
It really is. Just missing with an uppercut there, Brook. And again, he's just eating them, and the legs get even more unsteady. And the towel's been waved in, and John Latham has now stopped it, but he waited for the towel to come in first. It was just getting horribly one-sided. And look at that, Kell Brook. He's not even breathing hard.
Well, Nick, when a Mexican corner throw a towel in, I think the referee should be saying, you know, should this have been stopped a little bit earlier than I've stopped it, and I think that is the case. That was target practice. Now, the last half minute of the previous round, this guy was taking far too much. The fight was one-sided already, and thankfully the corner had seen enough. Thankfully.
Too easy. And against such a brave and committed opponent who wanted to make his own name here tonight. Well, you'd like to say Kell Brook was made to work for it, but he never really was. He never had to get out of second gear.
I mean, it was the perfect tune-up for what lies ahead for Kell Brook. You know, you get throwing all the punches, all the moves against a live opponent who made him work every second, but who wasn't good enough to trouble him. But this is him trying to signal the referee here, the corner. And they took too long. That young man should have been led out of here long before he was. He'd given everything he had, and he was sagging from the punches at the start of that round, actually sagging under the power of the shots, because the reflexes were gone, the legs were gone, so he was taking the full impact of the punches. Look, nothing coming back from him there, but the referee spotted the towel coming in. But all told, Brook was pretty terrific all the way through, boxing a man who wasn't in his class, but he couldn't have done the job any better, and that's been the perfect tune-up.
And the only thing that went wrong was that little cut on the eye in that last round. Too bad either, and hopefully it won't affect anything that is to come later on this year. Well, we saw Kevin Mitchell earlier have a tune-up before a hopeful world title fight on May 31st. Kell Brook is looking forward to a very special summer now. Anyway, let's hear from RMC.
Ladies and gentlemen, timekeeper Jamie Kirkpatrick has recorded a time of 1 minute and 35 seconds of the 8th round. Robles in no position to continue. Your winner, and still undefeated, the world's #1, the special one, Kell Brook.
Yep, Kell Brook. 8 rounds it took to break down this Mexican's resistance. He will get good applause here from a Liverpool crowd that appreciate their boxers
from Mexico.
and the fight game.